I love my home, but it's not mine anymore. My husband Jack and I built this home when we got married 24 years ago and have remodeled and expanded it as our family and finances grew. Now everything is paid for, and everything in it is the way I like it. It's not a mansion, but it's a beautiful home. We have a pool and hot tub in the back of the house and overlook the lake with abundant bird life. And alligators and snakes. This is the South. Mosquitoes and midges meant we had to close the pool and hot tub. If you live here, you must negotiate with the local wildlife. I have so many memories here. The excitement of being newlyweds, growing up as husband and wife, the birth of our 2 daughters. The memories of them growing up are the hardest things to leave behind. But Jack is divorcing me for a younger woman, so isn't this a classic? I'm guessing he's in the midst of the famous male midlife crisis. I'm 45 and he's 47. We have 2 daughters, Barb, 23, recently married, pregnant, and living here in town, and Jill, 21, who's in high school. Financially, we are making excellent progress. Jack is the CEO of a small but very profitable electronics company. I'm just a high school math teacher, so I don't have Jack's financial resources. I'm taking a lot from Jack because he wants to leave. But he can afford it. He's going to buy out my share of the house. The house is valued at $427,000, so he will pay me $213,500 cash for my share when we sign the final divorce papers in a few weeks. I can't afford to buy him out, which I would love to do, but I just can't financially. I really have no choice. He and his new love will live here in my beautiful home. I try to hate her, but I really can't. She's a sweet, bubbly little girl who is just so in love with Jack. Her hormonal development surpasses her intellectual evolution. God bless her. She looks like a puppy who just peed on the floor. You're furious as you wash up the pee, but you just can't be mad at her and her clumsy attempts to be a grown woman. Only 24 years old, a year older than Barb. It won't last long. Now about Jack, I can hate him. Well, it's all ancient history now. This is my last day here with my memories. Jack is at work, so I have the house to myself. Just me and my memories. This afternoon, I will take my last things to my new apartment and leave the house keys on the table. Saturday, a week later. Hello, Mom. Wow, it smells so good. Barb stopped by my new apartment for coffee while I was just taking her favorite apple pies out of the oven. She was the epitome of a happy, excited young mother-to-be. It was good to see. We each grabbed a cup of coffee and sat down at my cramped little dining table. I sighed. I really missed the beautiful view of the lake from the house. I loved drinking coffee while sitting at home and just looking out the window. Barb asked, "Mom, were you at home?" "No," I answered. "Why should I go there? It stinks there. It's horrible." I arched my eyebrows at Barb. "Does it stink? What are you talking about?" "It stinks." "Well, you know, like a stinking, rotten corpse. Dad and his chick are going crazy. They had all sorts of people there cleaning and trying to find what was causing the stink. Neither of my daughters adjusted well to divorce. They were furious with Jack and despised his fiancée. They both called her bimbo to her face and refused to call her by her real name. Neither girl planned to attend the wedding. Barb, honey, you and Jill are going to have to come to terms with this divorce and Jack's remarriage. It will make your life more enjoyable." "Never. Jill and I are furious with the way Dad treated you. I'm fine. Do not worry about me." I changed the subject. "So they can't find the source of the smell. Is it really that bad?" "Yes, it's really disgusting. They moved into a motel, and the bimbo is looking at other houses. He says he will never live there." Well, we moved on to other, more pleasant topics. Final documents. The following Monday afternoon, Jack, I, and our attorneys met to sign the divorce papers and make the final financial transfers. We said goodbye after the sad events that ended our 24-year marriage. Walking towards the door, I said to Jack, "Barb says something died in the walls of the house or something and the smell is terrible." Jack blushed and exploded. "You can't imagine it. We had to move to a motel. My fiancée is currently looking for new houses. She says that she will never live there. Never. The damn real estate agent says we can't even put the house on the market that stinks like that. I don't know what to do with this damn thing. Jack, you know I love this house. I just can't afford to buy it back with my salary. Perhaps I could offer you $100,000 from our agreement for this. I know that's not even reasonable for a $427,000 house, but it's all I can afford. Jack stopped, dead in his tracks. Really? Do you know this place stinks to high heaven? Well, school ends at the end of this week. I have all summer to work on this. There must be some reason, and I have 3 months to find it. It may take a while, but I'll get it right. I paused and said, Jack, it really was a bad idea trying to bring your new love into our home. She will never be happy there and will end up hating it. Buy your bride her own house. I think you're right. Agreed. I'll sell you the house back for $100,000. I have to somehow get this noose off my neck. I turned to my lawyer and asked, Can you handle this for us? Certainly. I will have all the documents ready for signing on Wednesday afternoon. 1 week later, I returned to my house, which I now own. All windows are open. I have all the fans I could borrow to bring fresh air into the house. I washed it, treated it with Clorox and Lysol, and the stink disappeared. Barb came to another of our increasingly familiar and delightful mother-daughter morning chats. Hello, Mom. What have you done? It smells great here. Just a lot of disinfection and deodorant. We grabbed some coffee and got comfortable looking out over our beautiful lake. We silently watched the ancient, natural drama of a magnificent Louisiana heron stalking the shallows. They are cunning and deadly hunters who should not be underestimated, especially if you are a fish. The heron quickly froze, grabbed the unsuspecting fish, and then, shaking its head several times, swallowed its desperately squirming prize. You can always look at this, Barb exclaimed with a smile. Well, what was causing this terrible smell? She asked, changing the topic of conversation. I'm not sure. All curtains and carpets had to be removed, but now it seems everything else is finally in order. Barb was watching me, but I turned away so as not to make eye contact. Mom, is there something you're not telling me? I looked back at Barb, grinning. Yes, I have. On my last day here, I bought 25 pounds of fresh shrimp with heads on at the seafood market. Drapery rods are hollow with screw ends. I drilled a few small holes in the top of each rod, stuffed the rods with shrimp, and then taped the ends back together with waterproof tape so nothing could leak. Oh my God, nothing stinks like rotting shrimp. Barb stared at me with wide eyes and was speechless. With these 12-foot ceilings, it never occurred to anyone to look at the rods as a source of odor. I was just angry, petty, and probably even a little mean. I never expected such a delightful outcome. Barb covered her mouth with her hand, laughing. Oh, Mom, it was so wrong but brilliant. Subscribe to our channel so that your second chaff doesn't cheat on you, and go ahead and listen to the next story, because this story is nothing compared to the next one. If you're under 18, don't even think about listening to the next one.